Greetings, beautiful beings. Welcome to the free community healing. Tonight is all about rising again. So, reclaiming our personal power, reclaiming our peace, reclaiming our presence, and really reclaiming that we can create what we want. And so, with that being said, let's connect in. And I want you to just simply be and receive. So, to begin this healing, I'm going to invite you to soften your gaze, close your eyes, and we're just going to set a little prayer of intention. You're going to set your intentions for this healing. So, let's start by relaxing the body by taking a few gentle breaths. So, when you're ready, breathing in gently through your nose, open your mouth, sigh it out. Take another gentle breath in, release it when you're ready. And then last time, breathing in and letting go. And then just drop into your heart for a second. Connect with that truest self. Feel a line of energy that goes through your spine, connecting you to the earth below, connecting you to higher power above. And just see yourself in the center of this line of energy. So, as a human being, your human is of the earth, your being is of divine, and we are both energies. So, first bring your awareness down to your root. Imagine sending a grounding cord from your root deep down into the earth. The earth holds a vibration of safety, support, stability. Ground down, connect to earth's energy, and draw it up into your body. So, draw that safety into your body, filling every cell, that support. Allow this earth energy to relax your body as it fills your being so you are safe and ready to receive healing. And then allow this earth energy to form a beautiful ball of light above your head. Place yourself in this ball of light, and with your awareness, move past all the layers of the atmosphere. Go higher and higher to the edge of the cosmos, beyond the edge of the cosmos. Move through all these different beautiful layers of light, higher and higher through a thicker layer of light, all the way up to an iridescent white light. And then feel the highest consciousness. So, Mother, Father, God, Source, Creator, Energy, feel it above you, below you, all around you. Feel a space of miracles, magic, infinite potential, and possibility. Let your bubble dissolve and melt away. Immerse yourself in the oneness with all that is. And then silently state your intentions. If you could create anything you desire, what do you want? And then silently state what you're releasing. So, what are the roadblocks, obstacles, interferences? Silently state what you're letting go. And then feel as if you're a magnet, your intentions have been heard, and you're immediately awakening within you and attracting towards you everything you need to create or let go of anything in your life. Thank you. It is done, is done, is done. So, this community source and I are one. We work together as a team. I ask to be a clear and neutral channel on their behalf, and so it is. So, now that we're connected in, I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes, do a scan of this group, and then anyone who's listening to it now or in the future, and then we'll dive into what comes through to be healed. So, I'm just going to close my eyes for a second, get quiet as I connect in. Okay, so we're just going to connect in with source energy, what's in the best and highest for this group. In order for this community to rise again, to reclaim their power, to reclaim what they want most, what is it that we need to understand? Okay, so the first thing that's coming through is we are led to believe that our situation is causing our suffering, right? So this is not a willpower or motivation issue like I shared earlier. This is stepping back and understanding that what is happening is not what causes us the pain. It's the stories and the narratives that we have about what's happening. And what they really want to heal tonight and create space for tonight is this pain that we carry around the situation. So this could be, a job transition, a relationship breakup or transition, loss. This could be financial, this could be physical, so health crashes or challenges. any of these unpleasant circumstances, right, that come up that cause us so much suffering, this is a deeper wound that's getting activated. So it's not the thing that's happening, it's what this thing that's happening is activating within us. And tonight's healing is really about having this safe, loving, I mean, the most nurturing, divine mother energy possible of unconditional love for you to have permission to actually bring healing to that pain so that you can rise to be greater than your circumstances, so that you can connect back in with yourself. Because what they're showing me is that this is causing so much debilitating pain, hardship, and suffering that you don't even feel like yourself anymore. So that lost feeling or stuck feeling or kind of like blah, disconnected feeling or that aloof feeling is because this is so big and ingrained in you, you don't even feel like yourself. It feels like the situation feels so big and then you're feeling so small. So, this is the first aspect that we're going to look at. Okay, so I'm just going to be quiet for a second. Okay, so the first step to this is we have to allow what is. So, what we're so conditioned now with this new age self help is you are what you think and you are what you believe and you create your reality, and there's so much pressure and expectation. So anything that happens, we're given this message of like it's your fault, you must have been manifesting this experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many of you can relate to this where like everything is like, oh yep, you must have been thinking that unconsciously, or yep, you must have attracted that. It's like, what is happening? It's just another way to feel bad about ourselves all the time. So this is what we're going to shift. And so the way that we shift it is by allowing it to be. There's this beautiful, powerful healing, and it's called a heart song healing. And what I love so much about, I learned it in one of my theta trainings. And what I love so much about it is it's like you just let your heart have this very like guttural, it's almost like lamenting, where it just makes these sounds and it just lets your heart, just all of that hurt and disappointment and pain or suffering, it's like all of that we hold, it's permission to let it express, it's permission to let it go. So the first thing we have to do is allow and honor what is versus fighting and resisting it. And the number one way we fight and resist it is by avoiding it. So this is where we numb out, overly busy, distract ourselves. And this could be like anything, right? This could be like we could do it through food, we can do it through Netflix. Like there's so many ways that we try to numb out as a way to avoid what's happening. And so today we're going to face it. Okay. And so we're going to activate the resilience that's already within you, the strength that's already within you to know that you can turn and face this without this overwhelming you, destroying you, without this being bigger than you. So we're shifting this illusion that it has all of your power, and we're bringing you back into the highest truth. So let me connect in and see how we're going to do that. So let me get quiet for a second. So let's see. So, source energy, what do we need to do for this permission, for this allowance, for letting it to be? Okay. So, the first thing we're doing is creating a space for the hurt. Okay. So, this is the opposite of toxic positivity. I'm actually going to encourage you to sit with what's actually happening. Okay. And the practice we're going to use, I'm going to guide you through it, is called loving witness. You're not re experiencing trauma, you're not reliving it. You're being a loving witness. It's like you're watching it on a movie screen. And the coolest thing is you can always open your eyes, you can always click off. Okay, remember where you are. So look around your space. Where are you? You're in your room, you're in your living room, you're in your house, you're totally safe, you're in your chair, you're on your bed. I want you to get really clear of where you are. And anytime throughout this healing, if it starts to feel uncomfortable or intense or anything, you just open your eyes. You remember where you are. You ground back in your space. Okay. You have a replay. You can always listen to this again. So just be really mindful that you're in charge of your healing. So I'm going to invite you to soften your gaze or close your eyes and just take another breath and just release it when you're ready. And just bringing to your awareness what's been really weighing on you. So it's this is the desire, this is the dream. And then it's almost like you can feel it's like a veil or a weight. They're showing me different images. One, it's like a veil, it's like covering it. So it looks like fuzzy, like you can't really see the dream because it's shrouded in all this energy. So another image that they're showing me is just like an absolute like weight, like literally like rocks just pressing on it. So when you tap into desire and what you want, I want you to notice what's surrounding it. Some of you are holding this fear that it won't work out again, this fear of trying again and failing, or this fear of like it doesn't work, nothing I do matters, I can never figure it out, I'm not good enough. So there's all of that energy on top of it. So I want you to connect to your desire. And then I want you to notice, just loving witness what's surrounding for you. And if you want to put anything into chat, you're more than welcome to. So I just want you to notice what is, okay? So what are you carrying and holding? So let me tap into the group and see what's coming through. So there's so much regret, there's resentment, there's disappointment, and there's frustration. This group is exerting so much effort. Like what I keep hearing to say is like you're trying so hard, right? You're doing all the things. You're reading, like, well, here's all my books. You're reading all the books, you're going to therapy. It's like you're doing all the things. So why isn't the reality changing? Like, why is it still looking the same, feeling the same? Why are you having the same themes when you've already done that work? So let's connect into that then. Why are they repeating it? Okay, so let's start by going here. Let's release for this group all of the shock, pain, and trauma that they're holding from any experience in the past. So, in this current lifetime or any past life experience where you went after that dream and this same energy happened, right? So, whether it was a setback, or something got in the way, or it didn't work out the way you wanted it to, or you tried and then you fell and it hurt and something happened, all of that energy, we're going to release and resolve it. So I'm just going to watch God's light come into every single cell of your being, every area of your life, every level of your being, and just releasing that. I'm just going to take a deep breath in. I invite you to do the same and just clear that heaviness, disappointment energy. So just breathing in and letting it go. And there's so much like sadness and hurt, and like there's regret energy. It's like, I tried and I wanted it to work out, or I should have done it this way, or I should have done it this way sooner. So, all of that regret and disappointment energy, let's release that as well. So, just breathing in, just noticing that. And then as you exhale, just allowing that to shift and change. And then what I'm hearing to say is when you connect in 0 to your present age, okay, who, which age comes to you? Like the first number that comes to you that is resisting the most this shift in your reality, that refuses to accept what's happening, that refuses to allow it. Like what part of you is fighting what's happening the most? Okay. And then I want you to connect with that part of you that is fighting tooth and nail. Okay. And I want you to ask her, what does she believe will happen to her if she stops? If you stop fighting, stop avoiding, stop running, if you turn and face what's happening, acknowledge what's happening, honor what's happening, allow what's happening, accepting the reality, what's the first thought, feeling, or sensation that comes to you, that comes to her when you present that? And there's nothing right and there's nothing wrong. It's just noticing the first thing that happens. Let me get quiet for a second. Okay. So the few things that are coming through for the group, and it's okay if yours is different, right? I wanted you to have space to have your own personal, but the few things that are coming through is there's so much fear. So she's afraid that if she stops fighting, that this is going to completely overpower her. She's afraid that she won't be able to handle it, that if she faces it, she's going to get hurt, that if she faces it, something bad is going to happen. She's also scared that if she faces it, it's this unknown, right? Like if I stop running, if I stop avoiding, that if I allow this, One of my favorite healers once said to me, acceptance is not resignation. Acceptance is not resignation. You can honor, accept, and what is happening to you. Okay? Accepting your reality does not mean you're a victim to it, does not mean that you're going to stay in suffering. It means you're going to finally stop resisting. You're finally going to give yourself permission to feel all that you feel about it. And this toxic positivity, happy up BS is ruining that because we feel to heal, we express. Emotion is energy in motion. You're not controlled by it. The better you get at feeling, the it's hysterical. I'm not afraid of my feelings anymore. And they go so fast now. All feelings are temporary. And when you're not afraid of them, you move through them so fast. Disappointment, move through that so fast. Anger, so fast. Sadness, no, so fast. I'm not afraid of being human anymore. And we're becoming so robotic where it's like control your thoughts, control your feelings, control. It's like we're here to be a human being. Okay. So let's start to heal this. So just imagine that you stop running, you stop avoiding, and you stop hiding, and you stop fighting. And you just take that big sigh. So just breathing in that big sigh of relief. And then just pause for a moment and just be with what is. You're totally safe. You're wrapped in a bubble of light and love. Okay? Whatever is happening, your reality is wrapped in a bubble of light and love, and you're just face to face. And I want you to notice how when you stop and you face it, whatever it is, I want you to notice how you're completely safe. So let's download this. Let's download what it feels like and how to be able to stop fighting, stop resisting, stop avoiding, and to face what is, to acknowledge what is, to witness what is, to notice what is, without fixing, changing, doing something to it, just letting it be. And once you witness and just acknowledge that it's happening, I want you to notice how your energy begins to soften and change. There's compassion, there's patience, there's understanding. If anyone you knew that you cared about was going through what you went through, you would never treat them the way you're treating yourself. You wouldn't look at the best friend that went through a breakup and be like, well, oh, well, you'll find someone else. No biggie. You better start thinking positive about your new soulmate. Like, we would never do that. Or like when a parent passes away, oh, they're in a better place. You better stay positive. You're gonna like attract another loss. Like, are we joking ourselves? No, absolutely not. So you're just gonna notice and acknowledge this thing is happening. And it might be big and unpleasant or scary or confusing or overwhelming, or I don't have all the answers. Just acknowledge that. And once you acknowledge it, now I want you to notice the feeling. So there's probably a lot of feeling that you've been avoiding as well. So once you acknowledge this unpleasant thing is happening, okay? And then notice what comes after that. And I'm scared of it, right? I'm scared of it, or I'm I'm feeling like I don't know what to do, or it feels like too big, or I feel like I don't have what it takes to get through this, or I don't even know where to start. I want you to notice what's coming up after that. Okay? So let me just get quiet and connect into this. Okay, yeah, this is really deep, really heavy. So what are we bringing in for this? Okay, I want you to go back to that heart song energy I was talking about. And emotion is energy in motion. If you need to move a little bit, I'm going to invite you. If you want some more of that somatic movement feeling to heal, you might feel better by actually bringing in some movement. I want you to notice whatever the feelings were that came up, and I want you to begin to express. Either put them in the chat, write them down, start to move, and just start to honor that. Because what I'm going to support within the healing is that it's safe for you to express the honest truth about how you feel about what you're going through. This is not this like toxic positivity. Well, what's the lesson you're learning? And like, this is serving you. That's not what we're doing. This is the nitty gritty human part of it of like, I'm pissed, I'm disappointed, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, right? So I want you to actually like go there. Totally a safe space. Feel that, move that, breathe that, write that. You can even imagine sitting face to face with yourself and being like, tell me. because I've been avoiding this. So, like, tell me how you feel about what's happening right now, and let them tell you that they're disappointed, that it's not going the way they planned, that they're only getting older, that they're running out of time. Like, let yourself like go there. This is freeing your heart. This is freeing your soul. Healing is about being seen. It's about being heard. It's about honoring our authentic selves. And we can't honor ourselves if we keep hiding and pretending and happing up and faking it and spiritually bypassing what we're actually going through. So just let yourself be in this space. Take a deep breath in and breathing out. Okay. Now, this is how we're closing our healing. I know it's like, wait, what do you mean we're closing? Hold on. Like I'm in a heavy, dark feeling place, Shanna. I'm not abandoning you. We've got this. Okay. You're going to take now everything that came up and you're going to continue to give yourself space and permission to allow what's happening and to feel, to heal, to honor whatever you're feeling about that. You're going to give yourself more time after this healing to do that, okay? In the next couple of weeks. But what we're going to do now is I want you to take everything that came up tonight, every single thing, whatever came up for you, all the feeling, the facing it, the situation, you're going to take all of that. And you're going to imagine, you're going to dump it, everything that's happening right now. You're going to dump it into a much bigger container. So I want you to think of an overflowing cup of water as your current situation. You're going to dump that into the most big, beautiful bowl. Like, it could be like a crystal bowl, whatever you imagine. You're dumping into a much bigger container. Because in this bigger container, it's only taking up this much room, and you have so much more space. You are now rising greater than your circumstances. You are taking those circumstances, you are dumping them into the bigger container. You are expanding. And once we expand into this energy, these are the downloads, okay? And you're going to say yes, or you could type yes into chat. You don't need to unmute yourself. You can just say yes out loud to really to claim this download. Do you not want to know what it feels like and how to know that you are greater than your circumstances, to know that you are capable of facing, that you are resilient enough to face and handle whatever is happening to you, no matter how big, how confusing, or how confused you may feel right now. If you want to know what that feels like, you're going to say yes. And then you're just going to feel it's pouring that cup into the bigger container. And you're going to feel that resiliency. You're going to feel your capableness. You're going to reignite your confidence that I can energy. I can face this. I can flow through this. I can allow this to be. And I want you to feel that rising. Do you want to know what it feels like to be able to stay connected to your truest self, to be able to hear your heart song, hear your inner voice, hear and connect to source energy, even during the hardest of times? If you want to know what that feels like, say yes. And I want you to feel that you're not alone, that you are so supported in the situation, that inner voice that is there to guide you and love on you, that highest self, that you have access to her, this future self that's already overcome this, that already knows how to navigate through this gracefully, joyfully. You're connecting with that energy now. So let me watch that come in for the group as well. Let's release this belief that this suffering is going to last forever, because it's not. So let's just mark that done and complete. And then do you know what want to know what it feels like and how to know that you are allowed to experience joy, well-being, peace, even during challenging times? Do you know what it feels like and how that you can experience happiness and connection and wins even during challenging times? And if you want that, say yes. And we're just going to bring that in as well. And can we bring in that it's safe, it's easy, and you're allowed to accept what's happening to you without resigning to it? So you can acknowledge that you're having a health crash or that you went through a really painful breakup. You can acknowledge that without spiritually bypassing it, without pretending it didn't happen, without being like, oh, I learned the lesson, I don't feel bad about it anymore. That you can be real and raw and honest with getting sucked into suffering victim energy, that you can actually be able to be like, this is hard. I just shared that with you at the beginning. I'm ecstatic about getting married. It is so hard that I'm going through a health crash and my weight might not be where I want it to be. Or like, I'm like more inflamed, or I'm getting like like rashy, and like all these old symptoms are coming back. And it's like, no, I want to get married as my most beautiful, attractive self. It's like, so we're acknowledging the rawness and the realness and the authenticity. So really connecting with that. But even with that, I'm more in love with my partner than freaking ever. Trust him more than ever, love him more than ever. Never been more grateful to be with him. So I want you to recognize that I'm not afraid of the feelings, and I'm not afraid of what happens to me. And that's the biggest thing. I can handle whatever happens. Whatever happens, and I'm not afraid of life. So let's release any fear of circumstances and life, clear all that out, and then bringing in that highest truth of I can. So it's literally, I can handle all of life, no matter what happens, how big, how scary, how different, I can handle it. So if you want that download, say yes. And let's just watch that come into every cell of your body, every level of your being, every area of your life. Literally saw all the chains break. I saw like that, like phoenix energy, like everyone just got like wings. Okay, amazing. And then lastly, they just want to do this integration. But what they're really saying is that, yes, you're going to have residual feelings. Things are going to come up for you, but they're not going to be a big deal. They're not going to derail you. You're just going to give yourself space and permission for them. And then you're going to start leaning into that other space that's in the container. Yes, I'm going to do the things that are going to support this area that's challenging. And I'm also going to have fun and take breaks and do things that matter to me, that you can do both at the same time. You're not punished because something's challenging until it's fixed. That's not how we're living our life anymore. Every day counts, every day matters, and we're going to be all in every day as our most human, authentic, empowered selves. Whether it's something fabulous or something challenging, we are here for it all. So let's just bring in that we're here for it all, that it all counts, and that we are going to experience every day to the fullest whatever it has to offer us. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Is there anything else we need to bring in or do? We need to bring in joyfulness, positivity, optimism, hopefulness, and we need to restore faith to everyone. We need to bring in that the circumstances are temporary, no matter how long they may feel. And we also need to bring in this new energy that's dropping in this summer. I am seeing the biggest breakthroughs, healing. Like, I am seeing the most miraculous things happen in my own life and my clients. There is some crazy powerful energy in 2026. I mean, crazy powerful energy. And this is what they're saying. Massive, long held themes are breaking. Like, we are cycle breaking collectively in a way we never have before. That's why it feels so intense right now, because long held collective beliefs, individual beliefs, ancestral beliefs, they're done. Like, done, finished. This is a new era. So let's connect this community to the new era. Let's release that this past is done, complete, and finished so they can feel more comfortable in the new energy. So it doesn't have to feel so chaotic. Where are they getting caught in the chaos? Okay, just unplug them from that, plug them into the new reality, plug them in and balance them to the higher consciousness. Anything else that we need to do here? Yeah, okay, so the last thing they're saying is this can be playful and fun. Like, levity is everything. So even if we're suffering or having a hard time, it's like you're allowed to bring humor to it. You're allowed to, like, you don't have to just, it doesn't have to be so serious. It's hard and there's times for that. But like, I can also laugh and like find like this the comic, like I can find some comic relief in the fact that I've been 9 years and we're getting married, and all of a sudden I'm having this stuff happen like right before I'm like, are you joking me? Like, it's okay too sometimes to bring that levity. It's okay to take breaks from the heavy and to go have fun. It doesn't mean you're spiritually bypassing or that you're not having a hard time. But what shifts and really heals a hard time is by letting yourself tap into the energies that are coming, because they are. And so they're already here. Okay, anything else that we need to do with that? All right, thank you for this healing. Thank you for these amazing gifts of love. It is done. It is done. It is done. Yeah, so they're just saying awaken and rise again. And just feel like the fearlessness of just like, I'm not afraid of life anymore. Like, I'm not afraid of bad things happening. Like, I'm liberated. I'm free. It is done, is done, is done. So just slowly and gently, just deepening your breath, blinking your eyes open, bringing yourself back. Thank you so much, beautiful beings, for joining this healing tonight. I'm just so glad I got to share this energy with you.